So let me go ahead and record this thing because this is going to be history in the making. You guys are going to remember this class, and you guys are going to want to go back and listen to this thing. Okay, so first and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So you guys can see my screen. You guys can see my screen. Yes, yes. Just give me some thumbs up. Light up the chat. Obviously, I want you guys to engage, please. That is one of the things that I request in this training, guys. I want full participation. So if I say something, please engage in the chat. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see the screen? Yes, yes, yes. There's like 4 of you that can see the screen. Thank you for your participation. Yes. I want full participation, please. Full participation. Yeah. This conversation is for you guys. This is specifically for you. Thank you. So this is the ultimate guide for abundance mindset, resilience. Okay, so my intention, right? And everything is with an intention. I'm going to start off. What is your intention today? What is your focus? What do you have your GPS set to, right? Like if you're looking at your life, your business, or where you're going in the next, 2 months as we conclude the year, as you're looking at 2024, where's your GPS set to? Who are you becoming? Right? What's the outcome, right? You want to start with the end in mind. Like, I want you guys to think about who are you in 12 months from now? Where are you going? That's the intention. My intention today is to be authentic, to be vulnerable, to share from the heart, to give you guys my energy, my enthusiasm, my excitement, my authenticity, and share with you guys my stories and stuff that I put together for you guys to make a difference in your life. That's my intention. So I want to break down mindset. That's the first thing we're going to break down, mindset. Mindset refers to the collection of thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that shapes one's perspective and approach to life. It is the mental frame or lens through which individuals interpret and respond to the world around them. Mindsets can greatly influence behavior and outcomes as they affect that what individual expects. So mindset is basically the goggles. It's the setting, right? Like if your car is set to go, like the maximum speed is to go 40 miles per hour, that's your mindset. So I want you to think about what kind of mindset, right? Start to ask yourself, what questions do you have? What kind of mindset do you have around your finances? What kind of mindset do you have around what's possible for you? I want you to really think about those things and start to self-reflect. Write these things down if you're able to, obviously. If you're driving, don't write this down. But I want you to start writing some of these things down. Like, where is your mindset? Where is it calibrated to? What kind of lenses do you have? Because I'll tell you this, if you're not seeing the opportunities right now, it's because your lenses are foggy, guys. Like you got fogged up lenses. There is so much opportunity around us right now. But if you don't see it, you got to clean those lenses, right? And let's break down abundance, because that's the other word that I use for the training. Abundance refers to a large quantity of something, often more than necessary, so more than enough, right? In personal development, it extends beyond material wealth to signify presence of rich, full, overflowing experiences and resources in all aspects of life. Abundance also represents not just abundance in material aspects, but I really think it represents more, you believe in yourself. It's all connected to your belief to yourself. You're more than enough. And that's really the conversation, because when you really believe that you're more than enough, then everything else starts to fall into place, right? So I want you to, I'm going to break it down to you guys, and I'm going to go into, I want to ask you, where is your emotional home? Like, where do you live every single day, right? Because at the end of the day, you guys are listening to me right now. You could be listening to TV. You could be on Netflix. You could be anywhere else. But where are you living when nobody is listening, right? That little inner voice that's inside of you, where are you living? How do you feel, right? Do you feel empowered? Do you feel abundant? Do you feel excited, right? And I'm going to break down, so you can self-reflect on what these emotions are. These are negative emotions, right? And I want to see, maybe it is, maybe you're not. Like, where are you? Are you experiencing anger, sadness, fear, disgust, frustration, guilt, shame, envy, jealousy, doubt, regret, despair, disappointment, loneliness, anxiety, hopelessness, helplessness, resentment, boredom, right? That's one big one. Apathy, stress, embarrassment, indifference, overwhelm, panic, insecurity, irritation, hostility, grief, right? I know if we're all being honest, right? I definitely experienced some of these emotions sometimes. I have, in the past, used to live in a lot of these different emotions for a long time. But what I've gone myself to do now is that I've gone away. When I experience anger or sadness or fear, I used to take, sometimes even a year, months. Then it started to get into weeks. Then it started to get into days. Then it started to get in hours. Now in a couple of minutes, I can pivot immediately out of the emotion. So I want you to document where you're at as far as your emotional home. And these are the positive emotions. I'm going to go to the next slide, right? These are the positive emotions: joy, gratitude, serenity, interest, hope, pride, amusement, inspiration, love, awe, elation, satisfaction, confidence, admiration, enthusiasm, euphoria, contentment, optimism, peacefulness, enjoyment, passion, relief, compassion, respect, cheerfulness, happiness, calmness, trust, affection, empathy, right? So figure out, where are you living? Are you living in these positive emotions, right? Some of these emotions, I was researching. I'm like, now there's a lot of emotions, like a lot of different emotions, right? And obviously you could look at your life and you're like, all right, cool. Am I experiencing these emotions on a daily basis, guys? And again, obviously we're all real estate professionals in here. We're in the real estate field. This directly is impacting your business right now. This is why I'm talking about this, right? A lot of people don't like to talk about these things because they don't think it's connected, but everything is connected. Your emotional system is your filter on how you look at life and how you look at opportunities. So if you're not capturing your unfair share, it's because you might be living in an emotional home where you're not having these positive emotions, and your experience of life might be doom and gloom. So what I want to get you away from is having those negative emotions going into these positive emotions. And also, I want you to audit your beliefs. What do you believe, right? I'm not talking about your faith, but I'm talking about, what are your beliefs about life, like what's possible. So these are negative beliefs, right? And I want you guys to look at them again and see if you're calibrating yourself at one of these emotions. You should look at them like, man, I'm like doing this stuff, right? And again, if we're all being honest, we've all experienced negative emotions, negative beliefs, right? So I'm guilty of it too, right? So I'm not saying I am like perfect, right? Nobody's perfect. So negative beliefs: I'm not good enough. I can't do it. I'm too old to start, right? I'm too young to be taken seriously. That was my belief, right? I started at 18 years old in the real estate business, and I literally grew out a beard day one because I wanted to make sure that people took me serious. I was like, man, I'm too young. People are going to think I'm like too young to help them, to represent them on their purchase or a sale of a property, right? I don't deserve success, right? Do you have that belief system? Is it too late for me to change? I'm not smart enough, talented enough. I must not make mistakes or fail. This is a big one, by the way. This is a belief that I think holds a lot of people back. They want to have perfection in everything they do, and they're afraid of making mistakes, but mistakes and failure are part of success. People like me can't be successful, right? You might be saying like, oh, you know what? People like me can't be successful. Well, I wasn't born rich. I wasn't born with everything handed to me. I had a lot of struggles growing up, right? So I had that belief for a long time. I can't be happy until I reach a certain level of success. That was a big one for me. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be happy because I'm not worthy of it until I get to 40, 50, 60, 100, 200 transactions, right? So we start to defer happiness because we feel like we don't deserve it. But what I've learned so far is that when you have that belief system, what you start to happen is that you start pushing away your success away from you. I don't have enough time. Nothing I do makes a difference. It's safer to stay in my comfort zone. Successful people are just luckier than I am. Of course, Gabe's lucky. You know, he's lucky. Cherish is lucky, right? Leo's lucky, right? Whatever you want to say. I have to be perfect to be accepted. I can't trust other people, right? A lot of people have this belief system too. I had this belief system because my dad used to tell me, don't trust other people. He's like, don't trust anybody. That was literally my dad telling me from like a baby, don't trust anybody. And again, he did it with good intentions, right? He didn't want me to go out there and, you know, just be trusting of like a random person and get picked up. So I know where his thoughts were at, but my belief system was like, when I was growing up, like, man, I'm not going to trust anybody. Obviously that doesn't work in society. And when you start to grow and develop yourself, as you try to become successful, you got to trust people. You got to trust people to do their job, right? There's something wrong with me and I can't fix it. I'm not strong enough to handle challenges. My emotions are a sign of weakness. That was one of my negative beliefs too. I thought being emotional was a sign of weakness. Me showing emotions, even crying, I didn't cry from the age of 5 to 25 when I did a landmark education. 20 years I didn't cry because I thought that was a sign of weakness. I numbed myself. I'll never be as good as other people. I don't have what it takes to make a real change. My dreams aren't realistic or achievable. Money is the root of all evil, right? A lot of the times that's one of the beliefs. I'll show my true self. I'll be rejected, right? If I'm being me, like people are not going to like me. I was so insecure. Like right now, Gabe said this. I'm on YouTube. I'm on social media. I'm like on all these platforms. I used to be so insecure about myself that I couldn't even just do a written post because I was so worried about people disagreeing with me. That's where my mindset was at. That's where my beliefs were at. So are you guys catching what I'm dropping here? Does this making sense? I want to pause real quick because I know I'm throwing a lot of information at you guys in a very short amount of time. Is this making sense? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, perfect. So now, these are positive beliefs, right? Now we're going to move on to the positive. I have the power to change my life. These are positive beliefs, right? These are the beliefs that you want to replace those negative beliefs. We want to reframe them. We want to clean our lenses on our goggles and see through these lenses. I have the power to change my life. Challenges are opportunities for growth, right? Right now we have a challenging market. This is an opportunity to grow. When you see challenges, it's an opportunity to grow. I am worthy of love, respect. My past does not define my future. I am in control of my actions and responses. Every step forward is progress, no matter how small, right? A lot of the times we end up beating ourselves up. I used to be an expert at beating myself up. I'll be honest. I used to beat myself up all the time. I'm like, well, that guy's doing it way better than me. That guy's succeeding way better than me. Like I'm like growing at such a slow pace because I was comparing myself to everyone around me. Right? So every step forward is progress. Reinforce that belief system in your mind. Mistakes are stepping stones for success. There are opportunities to learn. I have unique talents and abilities that I can use to make a difference. Right? For a long time in my heart, I wanted to make a difference, but I didn't believe in me. I didn't think that what I was saying was that I was worthy enough to make a difference, but I always had it in my heart to do this. Like, you know what the coolest thing is like the moment that you can get paid for being who you are. That's the ultimate hustle. That's the ultimate success, to get paid for who you are. I deserve to be happy and fulfilled. I can handle whatever comes my way. I am capable of achieving my goals. Positive thinking creates positive results. I'm strong enough to overcome my challenges. I'm constantly growing and evolving. I choose to focus on what I can control, not on what I can't, right? What I can't control, guys, right? And again, I don't know what your religion is, or I believe in God, right? And when I can't control something, I always call that God's business. I know God has his hand in it, right? When I can't control it, you know what? I know God has his hand in this. I can't control it. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm resilient, tough, and I can work through adversity. I find joy in the little things and appreciate what I have. Because if you want more of what you can appreciate, you got to appreciate what you already have. I am the architect of my life. I build foundations to choose its contents. I forgive myself and learn from my mistakes. I'm going to say that one again. I forgive myself and I learn from my mistakes. This is a powerful belief system. I used to not forgive myself. I used to be very unforgiving of myself, right? So this is a big one, by the way. This is how the ego keeps us small. You know what? Like, oh, of course you're this. Of course you're that, right? This is how ego keeps you small. By being myself, I bring something special to the world. Absolutely. I have the courage to keep going, even when times are tough. Success is a result of my thoughts and actions. I'm independent, self-sufficient. You guys get the message. I want you guys to use these beliefs, right? Reframe the negative beliefs and incorporate these positive beliefs. This is your guide, right? This is to be your map, right? When you catch yourself in those negative beliefs, you're like, you know what? I'm going to reframe, right? And Albert Einstein said, everything is energy, and that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It could be no other way. This is not philosophy, by the way. This is physics. Albert Einstein, right? So everything is energy, guys. Everything is energy. Your emotions, right? Why am I talking about emotions and beliefs? Because your emotions and beliefs are energy. Did you guys hear me? Your emotions and your beliefs are energy. Yes, you guys heard what I just said? So when you guys are experiencing emotions and you're believing something, that means that you're giving your life force, energy, and you're making more of what you're believing or you're feeling. I want you to think about that. Everything is energy. Mr. David Hawkins. This is one of my favorite dudes on the planet, by the way. He already passed away. He wrote some phenomenal books that completely changed my life. And you guys want to write these down really quick. The book Letting Go with David Hawkins changed my life. Letting Go with David Hawkins changed my life. Until one acknowledges the genius within oneself, one will have great difficulty in recognizing it in others. Did you geniuses hear that? Did you geniuses hear that? You guys are all geniuses. I recognize your genius because I recognize my genius. This is what David Hawkins said. I highly recommend, if you want to evolve emotionally and you want to evolve your business, I highly recommend this book, Letting Go. Thank you, Cherish, for dropping into the chat. Guys, and this is a consciousness. Dr. David Hawkins created what's called a map of consciousness. And this shows you the different energies at different levels, right? We went over the emotions and we went over the beliefs, but look at the vibration, look at the energy of shame, guilt, apathy, and grief. They all calibrate under 50. That's where that energy is. So when you're hanging out on these levels, your energy is low. Literally, it's low, right? When you're calibrating in these emotions. And as you start to move up with fear, desire, and anger, these are actually more positive, emotions than these. So when you're experiencing anger, because that's what it takes sometimes, guys, right? Like, you got to get upset. I remember when I was like so broke. I was like broker than broke. I couldn't even afford my cell phone bill. And I got pissed off at myself. I got really pissed at myself. I was like, I'm so upset. So what did I do in that moment? When I was in shame and guilt and grief, I went up the energetic scale, right? So as you start to get, angry and you start to move up to fear, you start to push yourself up this ladder, right? And then pride, and then courage, right? And this is the tipping point, by the way. This is the tipping point right here in the middle. And you start to go up these other emotions. Look at neutrality, willingness, acceptance, reason, love, joy, peace, bliss, serenity, reverence, understanding. So you guys get the message, right? So if you want to have high vibes, right? If you want to vibrate higher, if you want your energy to radiate more positivity, then you got to start to move up yourself, your emotional system, to these higher energies. By the way, you guys are not going to embody this today, right? You guys are not going to embody this today. I'm giving you guys context so you guys can actually read the book, because that book, Letting Go, by the way, that's exactly what it's gonna do. It's gonna help you to let go of those lower level energies and emotions to move up that ladder. And I put courage in here because that's what it takes. The breakthrough that you're looking for in all areas of life, that's the middle point. It's courage. You got to have courage. You got to have courage, especially with change. You got to have courage, right? If an escrow falls out, you got to have courage, right? Your transactions are not going well. The interest rates, whatever you want to fill in the blank with, you got to have courage. And what is this all to say? That words create world. Not only the words you speak, the words you read, the words you think, the words you listen to, what you watch, affirm who you want to be. So this is really important, guys. Like about I've been on this personal development journey for 15 years now. And I didn't pay attention to the things that I listened to. And I would listen to a lot of like really negative music, negative media, negative television. And what you listen to, you think is not making a difference, but that's also creating your reality. This is one of the reasons why I don't even watch scary movies. I don't watch scary movies, not because I'm afraid. I don't watch scary movies because I don't want to get my emotional system that low. Like, why would I put myself purposely in a low emotional system? Like, why would I lower my vibration to watch a movie? And like, this is a question that I want to ask you guys right now. Question: why do you feel so comfortable with that low of energy? Why do you feel so comfortable with that amount of fear? Why do you feel so comfortable with that? Right? So that shouldn't be something that you're using to relax, right? But why do a lot of people choose to like do that stuff? Right? Me, even my dad would like watch the news and stuff, and like, this is what I do to relax in the morning. Like, how are you? Like, they're talking about murders and all this stuff. I'm like, how are you relaxing and getting informed? Like, what are you putting yourself What are you putting into your mind, and your body, and your soul? Right? So you gotta like really audit your life. And it just like, guys, this is the other thing. I am making a lot of recommendations today, okay? I want you to take what you believe is going to benefit you, and I want you to throw away whatever you don't believe that's going to serve you. Because I am not the person that has all the answers. If you guys can take one thing away from this conversation today, I want you guys to question everything. Question everything. I want you to research everything. I want you guys to look at what I put together in front of you, and I want you to research it. Try it out. And then if you say, you know what, this works for me, great. And if it doesn't, great as well. Take what works for you. So next thing is the affirmations, right? We started off the meeting with affirmations, right? We always do affirmations. And affirmations, by the way, whether you believe that you're doing affirmations or not, you're doing affirmations. If you like, look, if somebody says right now, like if somebody is sitting in here, I don't do affirmations, that's an affirmation. I don't believe in affirmations, that's an affirmation. That's all affirmations. That little thought process, oh, you know, that's that positive thinking bullshit. That's an affirmation. That's all an affirmation. You guys are doing affirmations every single day, every single moment of the day. What are your repeated thought patterns in your mind? What are you consistently thinking about? The notebook. Laugh out loud. Yep, exactly. So, guys, an app that I've been using that I absolutely love, it's called Inner Tune. I highly recommend. I don't have any ownership in this app. I love it, and I use it every single day. I am actually doing the Stairmasters for 30 minutes on a daily basis. So I put my phone in front of me. So the cool thing about Inner Tune is that I pick the type of affirmations that I want. It reads them off to me in the voice that I choose, and it loops for an entire hour. So as I'm doing my workout, guess what I'm doing? I am brainwashing myself the whole time. So I recommend you guys use this app when you guys are driving, when you guys are walking around door knocking, when you guys are at your open house, right? Brainwash yourself with positivity, with things that you want to create, right? Instead of listening to the chismes, what chismes are also affirmations, by the way. Chismes are also affirmations. If you're gossiping, that's an affirmation. And the thing is that when you gossip, you create more of what you supposedly don't want. That's the only, and you know, the crazy thing is, a lot of people, like there is nobody that comes to me with gossip, because I have built my life around not tolerating or listening to gossip. So if people are coming to you with gossip, ask yourself why people are so comfortable with sharing gossip, because you allow it. Stop allowing people to gossip and talk about other people, right? There's a quote that says that small minds talk about other people. And I don't remember how it goes. Maybe somebody can drop it into the chat, right? But small minds talk about other people. And then it just talk like, guys, don't gossip about other people. Like that's literally like one of the worst affirmations you could do. And whatever you judge in another, you don't accept about yourself. Whatever you judge in another, you don't accept it in yourself. Your life and the people in your life are a mirror. You guys hear me when I just said that? The people in your life are a mirror. So if you're saying, oh my God, all these people are negative around me, why do I have all these negative? Well, what does that say about you? That's a mirror. Start to reflect back to yourself. And I'm like, why am I reflecting back so many negative people? For a while, this is what I had to do. I kind of had to go like caveman status and like kind of tune out everybody until I built myself up and I really figured out what my core values were. And then I started to go out into the world. I could be in any room, any environment. I could be around anybody. And that doesn't affect me anymore because I built myself up first. Okay. Also, guys, as you guys are progressing in your real estate business, yes, we have an uphill. Yes, we have a lot of challenges. And yes, you have big goals and big dreams. But I want to challenge you to really test you. How committed are you to your goals? Because it's not how long is it going to take. If you come to me, how long is it going to take? It's going to take as long as it's going to take. That's how long it's going to take. Act until. Oh, I want to be a top listing agent. Okay, act until. I want to be $1 million producer. Act until. There's something that's called delayed gratification, which people that win understand that at a high level. People that win understand delayed gratification. People that don't win, that give up, don't understand that. They want immediate gratification. I want the results now. I want all the listings now. I want all the money now. I want all the success now. I want all the influence now. Right? Like that delayed gratification, guys. You guys cannot go to the gym today and have a perfect body tomorrow. It doesn't work like that. The world doesn't work like that. So think like a farmer. You got to embrace the farmer's mindset and take the action until. I want you guys to have this belief system moving forward. I will act until I achieve X, whatever you want, whether that's a fitness goal, that's a financial goal, that's a relationship goal, act until. Because every single moment, the moment that you're ready to quit and the moment you're ready to give up, that moment that you gave up, you're that close to the diamonds and you just threw in the towel. And now you're going to go plant another seed. And then you're going to say, that didn't work. Now I'm going to go do something else. And you're going to talk to the people that love to listen to your excuses because they're full of excuses too. Stop giving away your excuses. Okay? This is another thing. If you guys are not waking up excited out of bed in the morning, your goals are boring. I'm going to say that again. If you're not waking up excited in the morning, your goals are boring. What is pulling you out of bed? Why are you doing what you're doing? If you're not lit up every single day, that means you got terrible goals. I want you to throw it. If you check your energy right now, if you're not excited waking up out of bed in the morning, if you're not going to bed enthusiastic and excited, that means that your goals are boring. I want you to scratch everything. What gets you excited? What makes your hands sweaty? Right? I want to have an organization, even though, yes, I've grown an organization in 2008. I want to lead 100,000 people. That's what leads me every single day. That's the energy that I have within me every single day. Right? My goals are way bigger. I'm excited about that. That possibility excites me. That means I got a lot of work to do. I love to be the underdog. I love to work. I am literally in the trenches every single day. You guys catching what I'm saying? I want to test. I want to check in with you guys. Are you guys catching what I'm saying? Yes, 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 yes. I'm lit today. Yes, you're right. And I haven't even had my coffee today. Let's go. That's right. That's right. So, also, fail forward. We all fail. I fail all the time. Right? A lot of people ask me, Leo, how do you talk like you talk in front of people? I was terrible at public speaking before. I was terrible. I was terrible on camera. I was terrible at social media. I was terrible at everything, but I failed forward. I just kept taking the action. Somebody said oh, you're dumb, you're stupid, you're this, you're that. I don't care. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep moving forward. Oh, unfollow. Okay. Oh, block, unfollow, block. Those are my favorite things to do on social media, by the way. Unfollow and block. Because also the affirmations and the content you consume is also creating your reality. So if you understand that somebody's not wishing you good, or you're looking at somebody's platform and that's not bringing you happiness, unfollow and block. That's it, guys. Unfollow and block. Life does not happen to you. This is a really powerful belief. Life does not happen to you. It happens for you. Everything that happens for you, everything happens for me. And my grade is good. Right? I was so many times throughout my journey of getting to where I am at now that doubt came in, fear came in all the time. But I had that belief though. I said, you know what? Life is happening for me. Life is happening for me. I know God has a plan. Right? So pivot to faith. By the way, for my faithful people in here that really are all about their faith, when you live in fear, then you're basically throwing away your faith. So be truly faithful and have faith in yourself and God. When you vibrate, you're like, oh my God, I'm so fearful, and I stop, then that means that you're not that faithful as you said you are. And be honest with yourself. All right. So the key is, how long do you live there? When you fail, all right, cool, I got a result. That didn't work. I'm going to do it again. That didn't work. I'm going to do it again. Thomas Edison quote, which you guys already know. By the way, guys, we think we got time. We think we got time. Right? At best, right? I Googled this thing. I said, how many years does an average human being live? 80 years. You know how many weeks that is? That's 4,000 weeks. So that means that you're about 25. That's what it's highlighted in there. This is your life in weeks. Literally, this chart is your life in weeks. So if you're 40, that means that half of that chart is already covered in weeks. You only have about 2,000 weeks left on this planet, right? So you think you got time. You think you got time. Like, don't kid yourself. Like, what are you waiting for? I catch so many people like, yeah, I talk to agents every single day. And you know what the most like interesting thing is for me? You told me those goals 12 months ago, 24 months ago, 36 months ago, and you're still doing the same thing. Like, why do you think that you got all this time in the world? Like, wake up. And the thing is that if you're not waking up and you're not inspired, you're not energized, you're not plugging into a community that is talking about growth and development. Like, that's the most important thing. So I put this up because I want you guys to see how much time do you even got left, right? Like, ask yourself that question. And there's plenty of time, by the way, but a lot of people waste it. Don't waste time. That's the one thing, guys, that we cannot get back no matter what. So the one key takeaway that I want you guys to have from this conversation, I'm not done yet, but like this is a big takeaway. I want you guys to think about this. You guys are either going to walk out of this training today in one of two different styles. You guys are going to walk out as a driver, or you guys are going to walk out as a passenger. All right. So what does it look like to be a driver? This is what it looks like to be a driver. You take full responsibility for everything. You take responsibility for the good and the bad. You don't blame other people. You look at what you've learned. You believe that life is happening for you. Opportunities are everywhere. There's enough resources. I can always learn anything. I like accountability. Drivers like accountability. And also, drivers love to have other people contribute to them. Drivers are also, they're humble. You have to have humility to listen. I learn from anybody. It doesn't matter who I talk to. I'm learning from different people at all levels and all areas of life. The driver also loves personal development. The driver is optimistic, it's self-accountable, self-motivated, it's confident, believes in self, embraces collaboration, believes in abundance, has a calendar, hungry, coachable, resourceful, self-aware, proactive, goal-oriented, positive mindset. This is what a driver looks like, right? So I want you guys to make a decision today. Okay, I like what the driver's like, so I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you want to be a driver, stay committed to being a driver. I'm going to show you what it looks like to be a passenger. This is passenger talk, by the way. Interest rates are too high. That's passenger talk. Seriously, you're deferring your success to something outside of you. Oh, there's not enough inventory. That's passenger talk. Not enough buyers, passenger talk. Not enough sellers, passenger talk. Homes aren't selling, passenger talk. Homes are selling too fast, passenger talk. Too much competition. This is not for me. I am not good at sales. The economy, the government, the lack of direction. I have to depend on others. I'm reactive. I avoid challenges. Lack of self-belief, limiting tests, limited risk-taking, short-term focus, and negative mindset. That's what a passenger looks like. A passenger also blames other people, blames their company, blames their organization, blames their team, and blames their team leader, blames the sponsor, blames Gabe. It's Leo's fault that I'm not succeeding. It's Gabe's fault that I'm not succeeding. Right? That's passenger talk. No leads, bad leads, don't know what to say. Come on, guys. We got role play every day. No time, no resources. No one wants to help me. There's no leadership. Life is not fair. You don't have control. Again, this is passenger talk. So type in the chat right now if you're a driver or a passenger. Be honest with yourself. Are you a driver or are you passenger? Drivers or passengers? I see a lot of drivers. And it's okay if you're a passenger. Just, all right. I'm talking to the right group. There's a bunch of drivers in here. The best chingon driver. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, drivers. So whenever you guys catch yourself, right? Whenever you guys catch yourself having passenger conversations, remind yourself that you're a driver. And if you're talking to people in your environment and they're talking about passenger talk, tell them like, hey, actually, we don't do that here at EXP. That they do that at every other company, but we don't talk about passenger talk. They won't even know what you're talking about, which is okay, right? We got a passenger in the house. Thank you for acknowledging it. Thank you for being honest. All right, cool. So now you get to see, am I a passenger? Am I a driver? By the way, there has one of the things that I think has like happened in the last 5 years because we've had like a steady market. We've had interest rates that were low. There was a lot of properties. Everybody was a superstar. There's a lot of entitlement. So wanting something you didn't work for is called entitlement. Wanting something you didn't work for is called entitlement. Guys, I didn't wake up this morning like unprepared. Like, I didn't wake up this morning like not having this. Like, the reason I'm excited and I'm on fire is because I'm prepared. If you're not prepared for your listing appointments, if you're not prepared for your buyer consultations, if you're not prepared on your door knocking, if you're just winging stuff, and then you're complaining about the lack of results that you have, you're being entitled. And just be honest with yourself. It's cool. If you want to be entitled, fine. It's okay. No judgment. It's not my job to judge you. But just understand that you have entitlement type tendencies. Okay? And the biggest thing, whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you focus on expands. Whatever you focus on expands. So what is expanding in your life right now? What's expanding in your life right now? If opportunities and possibilities and listings and buyers are expanding, that's because you're focused on it. If you're not getting those opportunities, you're not focusing on it. And I already touched this. Walk in faith, not fear. Walk in faith, not fear. Walk in faith, not fear. Okay? Walk in faith, guys. What's the number one thing you guys got to do? Take action. Action.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Come on now. Action is the cure-all. That's what it's all about, guys. Like, this is everything. Action, action, action every day when nobody is looking, nobody is watching. I was up at 11 o'clock last night putting together this presentation. You guys didn't know. I could have shown up here with half energy and you guys would have still liked what I had to say, most likely, but I prepared myself and I care, right? I care. So don't show up to stuff half-hearted, half prepared, and then like complain about the half results that you're getting. Guys, this is the biggest key to everything, to integrate everything. Confidence is everything. Confidence, right? Confidence is everything, right? Do you believe in yourself truthfully, right? Because when you do, you take action. So the next time that you catch yourself, hey, I'm not taking action, that means that I don't believe in myself. That means that I'm not confident. What do I do now? Let me do some training. Let me reach out to somebody that's confident. Let me reach out to somebody and get the answer. That is the most important thing. Confidence. And how do you get confident? Hang around with confident people, by the way. And I'm talking about true confidence, not talking about like people that judge other people and all that stuff. That's not confidence. Confident. I'm talking about true confidence, right? People that believe in themselves. That's the most important part. And we are in a world of change, guys. I hate to be the bearer of these news, but we're in a world of change if you haven't realized. So you got to fall in love with change. Fall in love with change, right? The change, interest rates are going to be here like at one point. Tomorrow they're going to be different. There's going to be new programs. Commissions are going to do something. Whatever happens, fall in love with change. Because if you fall in love with change, you're not going to be frustrated or upset when something changes. You're going to expect it. Yeah, expect things to change. Right? A lot of people that people think they know me. I change every single day. You should change. You should change. You should be different. If somebody saw you 6 months, a year ago, the biggest compliment that they give you, they can say, man, you changed. That's a compliment. That's a compliment. And I want you guys to burn the boats. No plan B BS. Oh, I'm going to go do this other stuff. I'm going to go try this out. No plan B. Stick to your plan A and burn the boats. No retreat, no surrender. No go back to doing anything else. This is the test. This is the test that you've been waiting for. And the most important thing about like why I freaking like do what I say is because I make a public declaration. I put my ass on the line. I tell people what I'm going to do. I said last November, I said I'm going to do 2 videos a day every single day. Guess what? It's November. I've done over 600 videos because I said I was going to do it. And the greatest feeling in the world is when you actually do what you say you're going to do. That's the biggest, like, greatest feeling. You just do what you say you're going to do. That's how you get power, right? If you're wondering why things are not like, you're not creating things, why things are not showing up in your life, well, because you're not honoring your agreements. You have to have integrity. I'm like over here coughing. You got to have to have integrity with yourself, right? And guys, this is a really important one. Cut out all distractions. Cut out all distractions. Everything that doesn't serve you, that doesn't serve your vision, that doesn't serve your family. And think about it like this. When you are making the distractions more important than your family, then you got to check yourself. You got to check yourself. Guys, like seriously, why are you distracting yourself? Focus. Also, I see too many people taking time off when they didn't earn it. I think that time off is earned, right? If you got escrows in the pipeline, if you got listings in the pipeline, take some time off. Okay. But if you got no escrows, no listings, you got no business, you got no business in taking time off. Get to work. Working works. Let me give you guys that insight. Working works. Working works. In this market, guess what? Working works. Another one. Discipline is the difference between amateur and professional. That's the difference. Who do you want to be, an amateur or professional? Buddha said this: if you do not change your direction, you may end up where you're heading. Buddha said that. Very wise, right? Guys, if you guys are heading in a certain direction right now, don't think that like hope is a strategy. Oh, maybe hopefully something's going to change. No. You got to literally change your focus and your direction for things to change in your life. When you are attached, you suffer. Also, I want to encourage you guys to become detached from the outcome, from the results, right? Focus on the activities. Focus on your habits. Focus on what you do every single day. But don't be attached, because when you're attached, you suffer. You're in pain. Like, know what? Yeah, I'm committed. I'm committed to my process. I'm committed to my habits. I'm committed to my calls. I'm committed to my follow-ups. I'm committed to my activities. I'm committed to my reading. Also, this is a huge one, guys. Your personality is your personal reality. 8 billion realities, guys. 8 billion. You guys see the world way different than I do. And everybody in here, over 100 of us, see the world differently. So if you're wondering why your personal reality is the way it is, pay attention to your personality. Guys, I got like a couple more slides and I'm wrapping up here because we're almost running out of time. Understand what chapter you guys are in, right? You guys can look at me. I'm on chapter 18. I'm 18 years in this business. You guys can look at Gabe. You guys can look at Jose Tapatio in here. You guys can look at different people at different chapters in their life. But it's really easy to say, man, like they just get it. They're making it look easy. No, we're just on a different chapter. So don't compare yourself to different people at different chapters in their life, because what you do is that you defeat yourself. You're now like not creating nothing positive, and you stop taking action. This is a huge one. Screenshot this. Personal development is not something you do. It's a way of life. Personal development is not something you do. It's a way of life. When you say, I am committed to a life of growth, then that is a commitment for life, right? Why would you want to stop growing? You're not going to be like, oh, no, you know what? Today, I'm just going to get to the time where I'm like, 50, 60, 70 years old, and I'm just going to stop growing. Why would you do that? Right? Personal development is a way of life. Guys, more than ever, audit your daily habits, audit your daily routine, audit your calendar, because I can tell you your degree of success by looking at your calendar. Look at your calendar. Pay attention to what you're doing every single day. And I got 3 more slides and I'm done. This is a question I'm going to leave you with. Who do you need to become? Who do you need to become to go to the next level of your life? Who do you need to become? Not necessarily what you're going to do, but who do you need to become? How do you need to talk? How do you need to walk? What kind of courses do you need to do? What kind of seminars do you need to do? What kind of books do you need to read? Who do you need to be around? Also, very important, I believe in you. There's about 100 of us in here right now. And I want to tell you, even though that I'm not seeing every single one of you, I believe in you. I believe in you. There were so many times in my life when I went through difficulties and breakdowns and times where I didn't think I was going to make it. And there was people that believed in me that are the reason why I'm here. My dad, there was a gentleman by the name of George Nieto that believed in me. There was a gentleman by the name of Harold Wasson that believed in me. There was a gentleman by the name of Rick Jihad that believed in me. There's been men and women in my life that have believed in me, which is why I'm here. So if you don't believe in yourself right now, I believe in you. I want you guys to know that. And even though this is the end of this presentation, this is only the beginning, because the real work starts after this, not in this training, right? I gave you guys a bunch of substance, a bunch of information, but the real work starts now. So that's what I got for you guys, man. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Gabe and Ms. Cherish. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity and this gift to share and contribute.
Let's grow.
Wow.
Now I'm gonna drink my coffee now.
Yeah, bro. What did you eat today, man?
Yeah,
Thank
Leo.
you.
Coffee.
Hey.
That was fire.
Some lion meat.
Thank you, Leo.
I need to go check my calendar now.
It's that broccoli.
Is that what vegan does to you? Because I'm leaving meat today.
Yeah, that's right. All broccoli and vegetables
No
and
more
spinach.
steak.
Yes, exactly. I'm just inspired. I'm inspired more than ever. I feel like God has literally led me exactly to where I need to be in this moment. I'm doing what I love to do. I'm doing, like, I've always dreamed of doing this, guys. Like, this is like, you guys are all part of my dream. Like, I dreamed of speaking and coaching and training and making a difference and making an impact. I'm literally doing what I want to do with my life. So thank you so much for the opportunity. I acknowledge you guys for your listening and for your time.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank
Leo.
you, everybody. Thank you,
Thank you,
Leo.
Leo.
Thanks, Leo. That shit was fire, bro.
You guys do
I
us a
appreciate
favor,
Thank you.
please,
Damn,
please.
bro. Thank you, bro. Parece que entró el Espíritu Santo, bro. Let's go.
Thank you, Leo.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you.
Thank you,
Leo.
guys. Appreciate
Yes.
you guys. Love you
Well,
guys.
Now I just got to follow through.
Yes,
Thank you.
sir. That's it, my
Follow
friend.
through like a
Let's
jump
go.
shot.
Let's go.
This is like a party line. Everyone's talking. Let's go.
Thank
Hey,
you,
Leo,
guys.
this is my first time on this call, bro. Like, I always get your text messages,
Wow.
but man, you lit that shit up. I'm like, damn, shit, I've been missing out on
Damn,
this
bro.
whole
Hey,
time.
so good to see you, man. Yeah, drop in, man. These
Hey,
calls
Frank's
on
gonna get
Wednesday.
that pump in right now, like no other. Look at that.
Can we get the recording of this, please? I want to send it to someone.
Yes, 100%.
Perfect.
100%.
Thank
We'll
you.
be sending
Thank you,
out-
Leo.
yeah.
So powerful.
Thank you, guys. Thank you guys so much. God
Thank
bless each and every single one. Hey, where's Gabe at, by the way? Where's Gabe?
He is right here. He's
Hey,
coming.
Gabe, pray us out, bro. We got a lot of people in here. Pray us out. Give us a nice, beautiful prayer to close this out.
Dear Lord, we just want to thank you this morning. We just want to thank you for giving us the opportunity to have a second day of life. We understand there were people who intended to go home last night and didn't make it home. We understand that there were people who went to bed last night with the intentions of waking up and they never did. But you chose us to have a second life. And for that, we're extremely grateful. We want to say thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving us a second chance, a second opportunity to say we're sorry, a second opportunity to say I love you, a second opportunity to pursue the best in ourselves and the best within you, Lord. We ask that you guide our vision, guide our actions, guide our thought process, guide the way we see, the way we think today. Take us to where you want to take us to. Allow us to give us the confidence that we need to capitalize on the opportunities. And I just pray in abundance over every person on this call today. I pray that you open your windows of heaven upon their business and exceed their goals unlimited, Lord. I pray that you exceed their listing goals, exceed their mortgage application goals, exceed their offer accepted, their listing signed, Lord, their escrows opened. I pray that you exceed their goals financially and bless them, protect their friends, their family, their health. In your holy name we pray. Amen. Let's go, team.
Amen. Let's go.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. Powerful
Thank you, guys.
prayer
Amen.
after a powerful call. Let's go.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you,
God
guys.
bless.
Jesus. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
A
Thank you.
chingarle, como dicen en
Ándale,
México.
pues.
Vámonos.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Amazing.
God bless.
Bye. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Leo.
guys. God bless. Thank you, Leo.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys.
One day at a
Appreciate you
time, guys. One day at a time.
One day at a time, bro. Absolutely. God bless your mom as well, my brother, Mr. Jorge.
Thank you.
Good to see you, bro.